So, Jord, thank you for joining me. You've had a busy January with two new arrivals. First, let's start with Hallie Billingsley, who's arrived here from experience with the FAW Girls Academy. How pleased are you to have her on board?
Yeah, Hallie's someone that I've known for quite a while now, and when the opportunity came up, straight away I knew that we'd have to sign her, and I was quite fortunate really because it was brought to my attention from a former Nomads coach, and Mr. Stephen Boyce, who's been a huge part of the Nomads girls section when it all kicked off. It was a really random phone call on the way back from a scholars game that Hallie became available, so I contacted her dad straight away, and it became apparent that she was able to come to training. And she came in, and it was the back end of the Christmas, so we came into a fun session. So that might have sold it for her. But she's a very, very good football player, and I was quite surprised because you always think like with girls who have played like junior football in the FAW, you think sometimes like the leagues can be like quite protected, but she came in and she came into her first game at home, which was pretty tough. And I thought she did really, really well. And physically, she surprised me. Yeah, she was very, very good. And communication was superb. So, yeah, she's come in. She's been aggressive in everything that she's done. Her tenacity is absolutely fantastic, and something from a women's perspective, she's fit straight into.
It's been a bit of a whirlwind situation with your goalkeepers this season, but now that's been strengthened with the arrival of Beca Davies, who joins alongside Ruby Stevens.
Yeah.
How much have you enjoyed working with these two keepers so far?
Starting with Ruby, I've always known that Ruby's been a very good keeper from the earlier days at Connah Nomads when Airbus were in our league, and she'd saved Airbus from many of games where we've dominated the ball and we've had so many final third entries, and she stopped us, and she's stopped the games going to double figures, all due respect to Airbus. And we knew that we needed a goalkeeper because it has been a whirlwind since, like you say, since Molly's gone. Meg Bowen came in, did an amazing job for us, but we feel quite at home, feel quite warm towards Ruby now. She's settled in amazingly with the girls, and I think if there's anything the girls feel with the style of play that we do and that we have and that we implement every week, is I feel that the girls are at a different level of comfortableness with having Ruby behind them. And then the introduction of Beca, I think we've sort of kept in contact with Beca to a degree. We never left on bad terms. I think she came in the summer with a couple of question marks, with what she wanted to do, where she wanted to be, and she made the decision to go and join Llandudno after what was discussed with ourselves, and we never left on bad terms. And the vast majority of the time, we never do with players, because you never know, and again, whatever's happened at Llandudno has happened, and we wanted to give Beca an opportunity because we foresee. I think we're a lot different to clubs around here. We promote youth, other clubs don't. That's fine. But we wanted to give Beca a chance, and that's in and around the first team. That's in and around the 19s. We can't guarantee anybody game time from all the way up from Polly all the way down to the under 9s. So it's the same remit that everybody else gets when they come into the football club. Earn the right, and you'll play. So Becca's on that now, and we feel like we've got a strong goalkeeper set up, and the two of them have mixed well together, with them being new. So yeah, I'm really pleased with both of them, to be fair. Yeah.
In other news, you've promoted Lily Manchester to the senior women's team. She's a player I know you're very excited about. So do you feel she can thrive from this opportunity?
Yeah, Lily has been the player since I've been involved in the women's game who's come to a training session has made me go, wow, like more than any of the players that I've got now. I think it was about 2 or 3 years ago. It was a former player, Llennos Hughes. She contacted me and said, Jord, I've got a player. Again, youth, I'll always give him a chance. And she said, like, you need to have a look at this player. So Llennos brought her to training. She was absolutely incredible, technically unbelievable. She's been on a journey at Connah Nomads, and she's had some really strong, tough personal battles, Lily Manchester. And it's, young kids will always get questioned with their resilience nowadays. And Lily Manchester's a different animal. She's a real special kid, and it was with great pleasure to promote her to the first team, and that's not judged on her personality, that's judged on how hard she works and how much she deserves this and how much I feel she needs this to push her on again. I'll always say, remember the name, Lily Manchester, remember the name. She's going to set the world alight, and I think she's going to be a star for us in the short and the long term.